guys, it's April. I just wanted to come on and do a quick video because these cards are very simple, but I wanted to give you a couple of quick tips, and then I'm just going to show you after I finish cutting how to assemble everything. These are called Slimline Cards, and you're going to find that this file is already set up with all the pretty stuff for you guys in the file, because we have a large slimline, a medium, and then we have a small. And what they mean by slimline is you can mail these in a regular business envelope, but I did include an envelope template in the file for you guys, and I'm using some papers from Hobby Lobby. They're just the scrapbook papers. They make great envelopes, but you have to pay attention and be aware, because sometimes they don't have a sticker. They have actually printed on them. And I fold mine, if I'm mailing, I fold it with all of the pretty inside so that it's white outside, the address is legible, and things like that. If I'm hand delivering it, I'm going to fold it with the pretty side out, and then I'm just going to put like on this one, I would probably do a red panel with a white label on it with their name. And you can foil that. So tons of things that you can do with this. But if you're using these papers instead of using a regular envelope, and now those envelope sizes vary. This, I think, is a number 10. There's something like a number 9, and then the other one is a 6, which is just the small envelope that we used to write letters in. So you have all sizes, but we're just working out a large file today. And you have envelopes for all of them. But I just want you to be aware, especially like this one, I had to turn this one around because this is the top of the envelope. So you want to be aware and make sure that if you have wording on there, because this card is going to go in this envelope this way, that you cut it in the right direction. So you have to pay attention and maybe turn it around to avoid your labels and things like that. So when you're cutting your envelopes, just be careful of the direction that your paper is on the mat, to make sure that when you cut it, that if you're folding it and you want this to be the top and you fold this up, that it reads correctly. Okay, on this one I would probably put a pumpkin or something like that, or a sunflower. But for mailing, again, you can mail this one, but you're going to mail this one, do your mailing with the pretty side inside so it looks like a lined envelope. And if you're giving it hand deliver, then you can put the pretty side outside. So let me finish cutting and we'll come back and we will start assembly of these cards. 2 different card styles. You can, either one will fit in either envelope, so you can mix and match. Okay guys, I have finished cutting, so now we are going to go ahead and assemble these cards. Now the first one, I have offset right here by 1/8 of an inch. If you don't want that offset, you will need to detach the score line and align it back to center. But I kind of like having that little bit of an edge there for opening this card. Just me, just the way that I like it. But again, if you want to move that, then you can do that. First thing we're going to do is glue our panel, fold it, of course. Use your bone folder and fold it down. And then we're just going to glue our panel onto the top of that card. And what I really wanted to do, I'm going to put my gold trim down here. Sorry about that. I know, I thought I had cut it and I just couldn't find it. And then this piece will go right to the inside here to give that little peep on that edge. It had fallen into the floor. There we go. And this is This is red Cricut cardstock, and then this paper is from Stampin' Up. And this gold strip that I'm applying is, I will get, ooh, I'm making a big mess. I'm glad that Art Glitter Glow dries clear and matte. And I pulled it right off. There is an easier way to do this. Turn it the other way so you can get a handle on it. There you go. I don't want to get glue on the top of that. Maybe it's stuck. There it goes. Okay. So now I have my gold trim there. Super pretty. And you can see that that little, gives it that little pop on that edge. And this paper, let me see if I can find my label. I get this at Michael's, guys. I got, yes, I do. This is what it looks like right here. 65 pound, and it's the gold foil. So you can get that at Michael's. You get 25 sheets. I really don't remember the price. I just usually buy it when it's on sale and I get 2 or 3 packs. But it gives a nice little accent to your cards. And then I just did a poinsettia. Now you can go in and you can curl your leaves and stuff like that if you want to, but that's going to add dimension onto the card. So be aware and make sure that you've got room. Don't get too much height for your card. I'm just going to glue these, setting them offset. I'm not going to be curling the leaves on these. And I'm not going to add dimensions in between, just because I want it to make sure that I have room in the envelope, which I'm sure if you add a little dimension, it will be fine. You just want to keep aware. And I will probably add some on that next level. I'm just going to go in and start bending some of my petals down just a little bit, just a little curl in there, not too much. Give that a second to dry before I add the other 2. And again, you can go in between these leaves if you've got room and add a couple of dimensionals, which I have here somewhere. There they are. Just don't want to get too many, like you would on a box. A box you can get away with doing a lot more. And I get these dark ones here from Stampin' Up. Pop one right there. And you can trim them down too. That one's not going to show, so it'll be fine. And then I will add a little bit of gold. I'm going to use some Nuvo drops is what I'm going to use in the center of this. But because I have this paper, I'm going to offset this just so that, you know, that sleigh is highlighted. So I'm just going to kind of offset my flower. I think I'm just going to glue it right here. And you can do Merry Christmas across there, anything that you want. We're going to let that dry for a sec. I'm not going to put my Nuvo drops on it yet. And I'm going to hand deliver this card. So I'm going to fold it with the, no, I'll do it for a mailer, just so you guys can see. You're just going to fold it the opposite way that I do if you're going to want your pretty side out. So we're just going to fold on all the score lines. And these will go through the mail. If you don't get them too thick, just regular postage. If you get them too thick, if you put a lot of embellishing on there, then you're going to, of course, need to add that extra postage on. Ooh, missed my score line there. All right. And now we're just going to bring this up. This is the outside. And what I like to do is just go on the very edge. You don't want to get a lot of glue here because if it squishes out, you're going to seal your envelope shut. So make sure you're aware. And then I'm going to go on the outer edge here. Same thing, don't get too much glue. You don't want to seal it shut before you're ready. And then we're just going to press it up. Give it a good little rub. Not too much. Make sure we're not sticking inside. No glue there. And then you can place the card right into that envelope. You have plenty of room, so if you do want to do a little bit of overhang, you can, but be aware, people like my husband like to rip the envelope on the end, so be careful of that. And then you're just going to glue your envelope shut, and it's ready for mailing. Okay, and if you don't want to make your envelopes, you can put it in there either way. If you don't want to make your envelopes, I'm going to say that's a number 10. I don't have the box, so I don't really know, and I just didn't look up the sizes. But you can see that that fits in a business envelope, so that you can mail that with regular postage. If you put it together the way that I did, it's not going to be any extra because it's just regular weight. Okay, super fun and easy. And again, if you're hand delivering, just fold your envelope the opposite way so all the pretty paper is out, unless you just really like this look like me. And don't forget, you can do your labels and foil them with your Cricut on that sticker paper and foil it. It'd be very, very pretty for mailing. Now, that being said, I didn't get my foil tight enough, and I used the fine for this one. And so I've got some places where I didn't get any foil. So I'm going to redo that piece and just stick it right over the top of this piece when I'm done. But I'm going to go ahead and use it for the video. And this one's folded just a little bit different, the card and the envelope. So this envelope you're going to fold, and again, I'm going to do this as a mailer. You're going to fold that side in. Then we're going to bring this side in, and you have just a little bit of an overhang, okay, just slightly. So I'm just going to come up, very little glue. Remember, you don't want to glue it shut into the inside. And then a little bit on this edge. That way both edges are sealed down and neither edge is flapping, okay? You don't want it to get in the way of putting your envelope in. So just give that a rub, and I can tell that it's not sticking because it puffed back up, okay? Then you're going to take this bottom, and you're going to fold that up. The wide one is the top, just so you know when you go to cut. Just make sure we get that flap good. Just going to place it right over the top. And then you have your top piece. Super quick and easy envelopes. And it is the same size so that you can use either style that you want to use, okay? And if you have the puppy, or you know somebody that likes to rip their mail open on the end like my husband does, then this might be a better option, okay? So now we're going to do this card, and instead of folding this one in half, this one is going to be a gatefold card. We're just going to make sure you hit your score lines here. Fold that. Just going to fold those in. The Slimline cards are making a comeback everywhere. I see Pink Fresh Studio. I see, who else was it? Catherine Pooler, Jennifer McGuire. We used to do these all the time, but now they're making a comeback, and I really like them. So makes it easy to mail. If you've got envelopes, if you don't want to make an envelope, then you don't have to. Super, super fun. So once it's closed, make sure I'm going the right direction. We're going to put our panels on. And this is, I believe this is Cricut paper. This may be, it may be something I picked up at Hobby Lobby or Joann's, but it looks like it's Cricut. I can tell by the texture on it. It's Cricut. It's probably out of one of the variety packs. It might be the mustard or gold or whatever they call it. So I'm putting that panel down. These panels are Cartabella, and they're out of the Fall Break pack. I got it on Amazon, but you might be able to find it at a Cherry on Top. If you need those links, let me know. I'll put those down below so that you have it. I got this, I don't know, back in the spring, I want to say. So it may or may not be available. And I'm just lining this up. They cut together, so all your lines should line up, look pretty. Okay. And then this is I want to say that this is not Cricut, because it's not the Cricut red. This is an orangey red, a burnt orange, dark, no, fall red is what I call it. I'm just going to place that on. But you can match up your colors with whatever you have available. Put those panels on. How cute is this? And you can even do a belly band for this card if you want to. The way that I had in mind, hopefully I won't need it. And I don't know if I want to use my pattern side. This will go good. Like that. But I also like that pop of green in there. I think I'm going to go that way. It gives it just a little bit more color. And we're just going to glue that right on. I am not gluing all of those petals to kind of give it that little bit of a 3D effect. You can curl your petals up a little if you want. And then we're going to place this, and again, I would pop dot this up with some dimensionals, but because I need to refoil it, I'm going to glue mine directly down on here, because I will put the second one on and pop dot that up. I just don't have time to redo it right this second, but that will give it some dimension there. How cute is this? Love, love, love. Now I will probably use, do I want a dimensional or do I think I do want to dimensional that up. So I'm just going to put right in the center here. I'm just going to get my center going. And then I'm going to place a couple more. And again, if you're mailing, you don't want to get, I didn't want that one there. You don't want to get too puffy with your dimensionals. And that should be more than enough to hold it. And you've got room in your envelope, so if you have a little overhang, it's okay. How cute is that? Love, love, love. I hope you guys enjoy this file. Now you will also find, and I know there's room in here for this. I don't know what I must be hanging up. There we go. Hanging up on the flower itself. Maybe I didn't leave enough room. You can bump this out just a little bit, or you can cheat like me. This envelope does not have that wiggle room in that direction. It has wiggle room in the length direction. I'm just gonna kind of trim that off. Just bump, I will bump it down in the file for you guys so that the flower fits. Nobody will ever know but us. You have to wiggle it in there because they're not glued down. I will bump that down just slightly for you guys. There we go. There we go, yay. And there you go. Super easy, super simple and quick. Again, I will bump that decoration down. Just make sure you don't get it wider than your card for this envelope. This one you have a little wiggle room, not much. You can hang off the ends a little this way, but not on the width. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please drop me a message and I will get back to you. You have a wonderful rest of the week.